All right, Bygone Geek fans. So we decided that we were going to start a new series called Retro Fight Night, where we specifically face off against who are the coolest retro characters. And if you pair them together, plead your case as to who do you think is going to win. Let's get ready to rumble.
Welcome to Retro Fight Night, Round 1.
Oh, do you feel it, David? Do you feel it? Rocky just gives you chills, man. It's fight night.
Goosebumps.
When we were putting together these different categories, David and I wanted to keep this kind of a secret as to let's pick who faces off, but let's not tell each other who we think would definitively win. Well, let's go ahead and get this thing started.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, ding, ding, ding. Here we go. All right, our first match is none other than this.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Fight!
T-800 versus Robocop. Bum, bum, bum. I feel like two of the most iconic robots / cybernetic organisms / all these different categories.
Just with the audio drop of their lines, like they're gonna stand there for 5 minutes doing their taglines first.
It's true.
Your move, creep. Chill out, dickwad. Oh, wait. Chill out, dickwad. Wait, that's like Robocop and a worse Arnold. And then, of course, dead or alive, you're coming with me. And then Arnold just goes, hasta la vista, baby. Like, they're not going to fight yet. They've got to get in these lines.
Exactly.
You know?
And I feel like right off the bat, they're in a dead tie between the amount of cheesy one-liners and they have.
Can and will be used against you in a court of law.
He's dead, Murphy.
You have the right to an attorney.
You're reading Miranda to a corpse.
But it comes down to also, you're relying on a world-ending computer software called Skynet. And on the other side, you're relying on IT programmers from the Detroit Police Department.
Right.
It's very different. Like, it makes you kind of realize when you watch the first RoboCop, he glitches out a ton because it's public service IT guys at a police department. Like, it's not the best, it's not Skynet. It definitely is not Skynet.
And if this is a fan fact or the movie fact, it literally says his battery life is only for 24 hours. Terminator's just got to survive.
Yeah. Yeah,
24
Terminator's
hours.
100, his power cell's, I think, 120 years.
Yeah, Robocop will eventually stop working, it says, if he's not like plugged back in or recharged.
This also is one of those categories that I went into it being like, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. You do not alienate Arnold.
Right, right.
You stick by that man's side. But yeah, looking at it, I realized that too, but from a standpoint of just the fact that when you look up the things of RoboCop and when you rewatch the movie, he was programmed to be a phenomenal marksman. Mm-hmm. And yeah, all it takes is a shot to the T-800's power cell from a distance.
Yeah. But
yeah, so yeah, you give him the guns, you give him the marksmanship. I feel like kind of the Kevlar reinforcement and stuff as well. That starts to overcome the fact that I do think that RoboCop's a little glitchier, and that so maybe if in that 24-hour period he used those beneficial things
before he has power failure.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, just very interesting. So I am sorry, Mr. Schwarzenegger, Mr. Terminator. I'm going RoboCop. Eric is as well. I'll give you Eric's address later, and yeah.
All right, so we'll go ahead and get into the next category. This is a little bit of a pivot. I was super excited about this face-off.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a really, really difficult decision for me. So let's go ahead and introduce the next one. Here we go.
You give Frost a message from me. You tell him it's open season on all suckheads.
Your job will be to tell the rest of them that death is coming for them. Tonight.
Fight!
Blade versus Crow. Wesley Snipes and Brandon Lee. But the tail of the tape with this is that Blade is 215 pounds and 6'2". Beefy fella.
Yeah,
real
beefy
beefy fella. And then you got Brandon Lee, who's only 6 foot tall and 160 pounds. He's a little sinewy.
Yeah.
You know, he's more of a Keanu Reeves sort of build.
Kristen
But-
Wiig. I mean,
Oh no!
another Kristen Wiig dig. I don't know what's with me and her today. She's the Bill Murray of females.
I feel like you need to apologize to Mr. Lee more than Mrs. Wig on that one. Also, I knew that his name was Eric Draven, the Crow. I
Yeah.
thought that as a kid, I'm like, oh, his name's
Sick
Eric.
name.
I wish my last name was Draven. Like, that's such a cool name. But I
didn't forget your name was Eric, but I was like, yeah, Draven. Oh, yeah, Eric. Duh.
But I had no idea until looking up information about Blade that his name was Eric Brooks. So this is the Battle of the Erics from this category.
Such a lame, worse name, though. Eric Brooks. He works
It
at
is.
Barnes & Noble.
Seriously.
Can I help you, too?
No, thanks. I'll just look around.
The leather jacket, the sword on the back,
Yeah.
the sunglasses, the haircut.
The
I'm
teeth.
going Blade. The
Yeah.
teeth. The cool factor, Wesley Snipes' Blade was Eric Brooks.
Yeah.
Just super cool. Weaknesses, they're going to come toe to toe.
Oh, yeah.
Eric Draven, The Crow, Eric Brooks, Blade, like face off, close to each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all the Crow has to do is go, hey, fill out this W-2. Taxes.
That's so good.
Anyone?
Have you filed your taxes, Mr. Brooks? I think not.
Blade, Wesley Snipes can't do taxes, man. So, no, I really didn't have, with weaknesses,
Sorry, Mr.
I mean,
Snipes. That's still probably an open wound with him.
self-heal on that. That was Eric again. I'll give you his address, Blade.